Today we are at Josh's house and we are about to embark on a little bit of a walk, and we're going to be immersing ourselves in traditional knowledge and making those connections to mathematics.
I had this vision back in 2006 to 2007 when I came home and I was under a depression. And then, this sort of land kind of got me out of that depression. And the only way that I got out of that depression, I had to come back home. The grassroots level of where you come from. That's the very importance of identity, eh? So when you connect with the land, with this process of what you're doing, is healing yourself in that.
The reason I came was just for the experience. There's a lot of things that I know I hear about that I just don't have the background knowledge for. So coming and getting to participate in the ceremonies and the circles and going for the medicine walk just gives me different ideas of how I can take this knowledge and then we can work the math into it. There's a lot of confusion about what math should look like, and the new math is referred to as discovery math. And the problem with that is that's the idea that, you know what, if I take my students out on this nature walk, the math's just going to come out and they're going to learn it. And it's not the truth. They're going to see different bits, but then it's my role as an educator. What questions can I ask, or what follow-up activities can I do that are going to reinforce those math concepts so they see them in their everyday life, but then they can also use them. That's it, right? Though it's identifying what's the student interested in. And if they start asking questions about it, that's where your investigation comes in, and that's where you bring the math in. So even just looking at the structure, like what angles are we using? Why this size of wood? How does this work? And some of our best math students, they don't necessarily know the standard algorithm, like how to multiply 2-digit by 2-digit numbers together, but they can do it just as quick because they've figured out other tricks. So there's not just one way of knowing math, and I think that's what this project really reinforces.
Step out of the idea of our sort of, this is my opinion, but our siloed subjects that we have. When we approach something, it's more about what, I guess, aspects of healing it would provide, the project, and then we look at that expectation or curriculum piece afterwards.
Well, I see this as an awesome way to engage kids experientially. We need to really drastically take a different approach to how we're doing things in education. It's also an opportunity to teach in a good way and really let the land be our teacher.
I think the Western way of doing mathematics is really rooted in paper, pencil, and repetition. But, and I think a lot of our Indigenous youth struggle with that because inherently it's rooted in the way that we do things. And it's just there, and we just don't articulate and specify that it's mathematics. It's just a way of being. It's showing our Indigenous youth that they can do mathematics and that it lives within their past and their history, and when we do those things in the classroom, it brings those things back to the surface. There's
not just one way of knowing math, and I think that's what this project really reinforces, that everyone looks at it in different ways. It's developing that deeper understanding of math, so it's not just about here's the set of procedures that I have to follow to get the answer, here's the formula I follow. It's why am I doing it and why does it work?